America have been experiencing one of the most complex and dangerous weather events of the late rainy season and early dry season. A cold frontal boundary descending from the eastern United States has pushed deep into the Caribbean Sea, but instead of dissipating quickly as usual, it has been blocked by the trade wind system and the subtropical high over the Atlantic, creating a stable and almost stationary convergence zone. When the frontal boundary becomes trapped at the exact point where moist air from the sea is blowing inland, convective clouds have continuously developed, forming long-lasting rain bands stretching from Turks and Caicos through eastern Cuba, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, and becoming particularly severe around the coastal areas of Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, Nicaragua, and extending down to Costa Rica and Panama. Weather conditions have worsened because of the simultaneous presence of the Central American gyre, a large-scale atmospheric pattern that often appears at the end of the year. This gyre generates broad rotational movement, pulling moisture from both the Caribbean Sea and the Pacific Ocean, causing humidity to increase sharply and thunderstorms to develop intensely in cycles. When this gyre combines with the blocked frontal boundary and the monsoon flow, the Caribbean Central America region essentially falls into a rain mill, where cloud bands continuously form, feed on moisture, and are driven inland by strong east to northeast winds. In northern Honduras, eastern Guatemala, and Belize, areas lying directly on the axis of convergence, total rainfall in the past 48 hours has reached 150 millimeters, with higher amounts in locations affected by strong thunderstorms. Many mountainous and coastal residential areas have recorded rapid water rise, road disruptions, and early signs of landslides. Forecasts indicate that in the next 48 hours, these regions may receive an additional 180 millimeters of rain, significantly increasing the risk of flash floods and deep inundation. Offshore waves near Honduras and Belize are currently 2 to 3 meters high, with wind gusts of 40-50 km/h, conditions extremely dangerous for small vessels and nearshore fishing activities. In Jamaica, thanks to changes in wind direction, moisture has been pushed westward toward Honduras, so rainfall has decreased notably, mainly appearing as short, localized showers in the late afternoon. However, the southern coastline of the island still faces large waves and strong winds due to persistent easterly flow. Coastal areas such as Morant and Pedro Banks continue to be advised to avoid going out to sea because ocean conditions are unlikely to improve quickly. In the Cayman Islands, weather conditions have temporarily calmed, but forecast models suggest that by the weekend, the moisture band will return, causing intermittent showers and thunderstorms. Winds here remain at 25-30 mph, increasing the danger for marine activities and beach tourism. Meanwhile, Cuba shows a very clear division of weather. Western Cuba and the Havana Matanzas area are dry, cool, and favorable for daily activities and tourism. In contrast, eastern Cuba remains influenced by the weakening frontal boundary and a moist disturbance band, making afternoon and evening showers possible, accompanied by moderate to strong easterly winds. In the Bahamas, the stalled front has created a very clear weather boundary. The northwestern Bahamas, including Freeport, Lucaya, and Nassau, lie entirely behind the front and enjoy pleasant weather, clear air, light sunshine, and significantly reduced humidity. On the other hand, Turks and Caicos and the southeastern Bahamas are located near the edge of the system, and therefore still experience cloudy skies, strong winds, and scattered showers, occasionally with light thunderstorms. Seas in the area continue to have waves around 2 to 3 meters, sometimes reaching near gale levels, requiring extreme caution for vessels. Across the Antilles from Anguilla, Antigua, and Barbuda, St. Kitts Nevis, Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, to Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and Trinidad and Tobago. Most areas are experiencing typical easterly trade wind weather, quick, intense showers that end abruptly without persistence or the formation of major systems. Strong easterly winds of 20-30 mph cause moderate sea conditions, especially on coasts facing the Atlantic. Barbados and Grenada may face higher waves in the coming days, though overall rainfall remains minimal. The ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, Curaçao, continue to experience prolonged dryness with only a few isolated light showers, insufficient to improve seasonal rainfall totals. Forecast models for the next 5 to 10 days indicate that the frontal boundary will weaken very slowly. Many areas in the Central Caribbean and the coast of Central America may continue to face long-lasting, heavy rainfall through the entire week. 7-day cumulative forecasts show Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama potentially accumulating 350 millimeters of rain. Some models such as GFS and ECMWF suggest the possibility of forming a weak cyclonic disturbance or low-pressure area near the Central American gyre, but the probability of such a system developing into a strong tropical storm is low due to unfavorable upper-level wind shear. However, even without forming into a tropical cyclone, a weak circulation could still push moisture back inland, prolonging heavy rainfall. This is the greatest concern of this event. For tourism activities, many destinations such as the northern Bahamas, Barbados, Martinique, or St. Lucia continue to enjoy good weather suitable for visitors. But Honduras, Belize, Guatemala, and mountainous areas of Central America are advised to limit movement, as river levels are rising rapidly and the risk of flash flooding is high. Roadways in parts of Honduras have already been temporarily cut off, complicating transportation. For fishermen, this is one of the most dangerous periods of the late rainy season. Strong winds, high waves, and sudden thunderstorms over the Caribbean Sea pose severe safety risks. Small fishing boats are required to remain anchored. In the eastern Caribbean, from St. Martin to Dominica, large Atlantic swells continue to affect coastal conditions, so water sports activities must be closely monitored. Meteorologists advise residents living in low-lying or landslide-prone areas to proactively prepare response plans. People should avoid crossing streams or low roads with fast-moving water. Households are recommended to stock essential supplies, clean water, flashlights, and charged batteries, while closely monitoring official weather bulletins. Coastal communities should reinforce safety measures, secure boats, and protect equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, this weather event is not a named major storm, but its danger lies in its persistence and excessive rainfall over an extended period. While storms often come with a clear path, prolonged heavy rainfall is more unpredictable and causes silent yet widespread damage. The risk of flash flooding, landslides, and widespread inundation remains high in the coming days. We will continue to closely monitor the evolution of this system and provide updates as soon as new information becomes available. Thank you for watching today's special news broadcast. We wish you safety, health, and readiness before all upcoming weather changes.